Okay, so before we begin, this video isn't made with the intention of promoting hate against anybody who worked on the new Barney show. I'm just expressing my opinion. Mattel, please don't delete my video. Thank you. In 1988, a woman named Cheryl Leach wanted to create a children's character that her young son could watch and enjoy since, at the time, she recognized that there were no videos at the market which appealed to her son. Cheryl Leach's idea about a preschool show was about a big purple dinosaur who taught children lessons through their imagination. Sounds like a successful idea that could go worldwide. See what I did there? Anyway, her idea was brought to production at the Lions Group. Cheryl Leach then brought together a team who brought her vision to life through a series of home videos called Barney and the Backyard Gang. The Lions Group managed to release 8 home videos of the series, and they were really successful. But the real success happened when PBS called. And the rest, well, it's history. Barney's popularity skyrocketed when PBS picked up the character for a TV show called Barney and Friends, which first aired on April 6, 1992. The show was set in a school environment and featured Barney and his friends. Alongside that, the show introduced new characters like Baby Bop and her brother BJ, who were Barney's dinosaur friends. The show's format included Barney singing and dancing with children, teaching them lessons, moral values, and how to love each other through songs and simple stories. During the 90s, Barney was the most popular character in the world. I'm not kidding. I mean, the guy was everywhere, you know? He got home videos. He even got his own movie, which kind of flopped, but anyway. He got toys, plushies, bags, lunchboxes.
Jesus.
Barney's face was everywhere around the world and managed to change the lives of millions of children, including mine. Yeah, I was a huge Barney fan, as you can tell. Like, I was obsessed with him. I'm not even kidding. Now, when you look at the show's history, you can see that each season brings something new to the table. Like how in Season 2 we saw the introduction of Baby Bop's brother BJ. Season 3's new treehouse area, like my god, those tree houses were stunning. Like whoever built those sets, you did a fantastic job. You need a raise. What I'm trying to say is that as the years passed, the show kept introducing innovative and creative ideas in order to make the show more enticing for viewers. Another great thing that everyone loved about Barney were the exclusive home videos that were almost an hour long and were never seen on TV. I mean, these episodes really felt like hidden treasures and stood out from the normal episodes since they were more story-driven and character-driven. Videos like What a World We Share or Let's Play School are golden classics I used to watch when I was a kid with my sisters. And believe me, these are pure cinema. Everything about Barney in the 90s was literally perfect. Additionally, when you look at the franchise itself, it's clear that it can be divided into 3 different eras. The Lions era, the Lyric era, and the hit entertainment era. Jesus, that's like the dark age of Barney, you know? Like how we have the dark age of Disney. Yeah, that's the dark age of Barney. Well, since we talked about the rise of Barney, let's talk about the fall, shall we? Jesus.
View the world through your child's eyes, and you'll see why they love him.
On February 10, 2001, a British company called Hit Entertainment bought Lyric Studios, the owners of Barney, for $275 million. Well, let's just say that things weren't so great after this acquisition. And after 2 years of the show being on a hiatus, with the only new content coming out being miscellaneous home videos one after the other, like seriously, if you look at this era of home videos, it just gives off a depressing vibe, since it just takes place in the middle of these 2 eras. I don't know, it just feels like they were trying to squeeze as much juice as they could from this era, but anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. As I was saying, the show came back in 2002 with a whole new revamp, and we got this.
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination, and when he's tall, he's what we call a dinosaur sensation.
As you can see, season 7 of Barney and Friends is a whole reimagining in a sense, kind of like an evolution of the series if you will. The area is now a park, which is really cool in my opinion, and it allows for more interesting and unique storylines, which we didn't really get, but anyway, we're gonna talk about that later. I think I speak for all of us Barney fans that this is truly where the downfall of the franchise began. I mean, sure, season 7 and 8 are decent and are a good continuation of the series, but after those two, it just felt like Barney was being flanderized. Everything was different at this point. Barney's voice changed since Bob West left the show 2 years prior. It felt like Barney, but it wasn't really Barney, you know what I mean? Even the movement of the costume changed, like, it just didn't have the spontaneous feeling it used to have. Literally, everything was so boring and low budget, Barney just lost his charm completely. The only good things I can remember from this era was the introduction of Riff. Yeah, Riff, remember that guy? Yeah, it was actually refreshing to see a new dinosaur join the group since the main group has been like this since the beginning of time. The inclusion of Riff was genuinely a breath of fresh air in my opinion, but his only personality trait was that he was obsessed with music or something, which was really showcased in the special Let's Make Music. Let me tell you something about this special. I didn't watch it. I don't really care for it. I don't know what it is about. I just know it's about Riff. Yeah, I think it's bad. Yeah. Pretty sure it's bad, but anyway. Another good thing from this era was the Christmas Star home video and basically all the nostalgia nods they did from time to time. Since I'm yapping about this era, the last thing I want to say is that after a while, when an episode began, instead of Barney being in his doll form and coming to life, you'd see him start the episode in front of a white background, which it didn't really make any fucking sense. Like, when I was a kid, I got so confused when I saw this because I was like, this defeats the whole purpose of this whole series. Like, what the fuck? And in the later seasons, when an episode began, Barney just starts walking in the park out of nowhere. Like, does he have his own crib or something and just spawns whenever the fuck he wants at the park? I don't know, man. The change of the format was really stupid in my opinion. Over time, the popularity of Barney began to wane as the show began to decline quality-wise, and it got cancelled after its 14th season. Yeah, it was sad to see Barney end, because the show literally defined many generations. The weird thing in my opinion is that usually when a show of a franchise ends, you usually see the franchise moving on with movies or spin-offs. Kind of like when the Muppet Show ended, the franchise continued with movies and specials. With Barney though, there was absolutely nothing new coming out. Anyway, the next time we'd hear something new and exciting about the franchise would be in 2023. Cool, I guess.
Hey Benor, there's a new Barney reboot. I think you should check it out. You're gonna like it.
You're kidding, a Barney reboot? That's crazy.
Yeah, but keep in mind that it's a bit Gen Alpha-like, so yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
That was weird. Well, let's check this out. Aha! You know, when I heard the news about the reboot, I genuinely got excited because I thought we were gonna get an entire new era of Barney and Friends. But when I saw that it was animated, I genuinely just wanted to... Yeah, well, what can you do? Hopefully the next news are gonna be better.
Barney left a significant impact on many children's lives. And yes, I'm gonna say it again, I was one of those children. I wasn't just a Barney kid, I was the Barney kid. Which I know is a bit weird to say, but whatever. Everybody knew how obsessed I was with Barney. My friends at school, my family, everybody. I remember coming home from school and my grandma would buy me a new VHS or a DVD, and whenever she bought me a video of a different children's character like Bob the Builder or something, I'd get mad. That's how much I loved Barney. And to see all this legacy being tarnished and reduced into a Cocomelon looking show just so it appeals to this generation of children is straight up depressing and embarrassing. And I know in the comments everybody's gonna say, well, the world has changed since Barney went off the air. Yeah, I get that, but this isn't Barney. This is Barney. And if Mattel actually knew what they were doing, they wouldn't do all this just so they could benefit of nostalgia. Instead, they should continue the legacy of this, not this.